Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to learn the grammar part, the class and the phrase of page number 66. The third chapter, page number 66, the grammar part of 9th standard. Third chapter. First we will discuss about class. What is class? That is the two things, class and the phrase. Classes and the phrases. Classes means a group of words which gives a complete meaning. The class will have a subject and predicate. Here the verb will be there, the subject will be there, the verb will be there, the object will be there in the class. In the phrase, it is also a group of words, but it does not give a complete meaning. Okay, let us see. The class is a group of words that contain both the subject and the predicate. There are two types of class. They are independent class and the dependent class. So first we will discuss about what is class. The class is of two types. One is independent class, another one is dependent class. Okay. Class is a group of words which have a complete meaning. It has a subject as well as the predicate. Predicate consists of verb and the object. So one is independent class. Another one is dependent class. Okay, the classes of two types. One is independent class, another one is dependent class. What is class? Class is a group of words which gives a complete meaning. It has a subject as well as the predicate. Predicate consists of the verb as well as the object. By reading the sentence, we can get a complete sense, complete meaning. That is a class. Okay. So, what is independent class? What is dependent class? Let us see. I will explain you through the examples. So, we know what is class. What are the two types of class? Dependent and independent. Okay. I will teach you through examples. In your book, they have given some examples like Kalpana wants to buy a phone, but she does not have enough money. Okay. If you study well, you will get good marks. Kavin bought a car which was too expensive. Okay, now I had given three examples. The first one, Kalpana wants to buy a phone, but she does not have enough money. Next, if you study well, you will get good marks. Kavin bought a car which was too expensive. Okay, so the three types of examples I had given. So first you have to see Kalpana wants to buy a phone. We will see the sentence. Kalpana is a subject is there, want is a verb is there, to buy a phone object is there. So it gives a complete meaning. So it is called independent class. it does not depends anything to give a meaning, that is called independent class. தனியாக அதை வாசிக்கும் போதும் என்ன இருக்குது, நமக்கு மீனிங் இருக்குது, இல்லை சப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்குது, வெர்பு இருக்குது, ஆப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்குது. By reading a sentence we have a complete meaning, so it is called independent class. Okay, she does not have enough money, it also gives a meaning. இதுவும் என்னது, complete meaning இருக்குது, சப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்குது, verb இருக்குது, ஆப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்குது. So this also called as a independent class. Independent class means it does not need anything to depend anything to make a sentence to be complete. Okay, this next sentence, if you study well you will get good marks, you will get good marks, it has a meaning. அப்போ அது என்னது, independent class, then it is considered to be the independent class. But here if you study well, whether it's giving complete meaning, no. If you study well, nalla padichena, nothing is there, only the subject and the verb is there and the adverb is there, there is no object. Okay, so it is called independent, it is called dependent. It depends on the second class, the independent class is main class, so this subordinate dependent class is otherwise known as subordinate class. This subordinate class depends on the main class. Subordinate class is another dependent class, இது depend ஆகிறது subordinate class. இந்த subordinate class என்ன பண்ணுது, இந்த main class independent class என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கு, depend பண்ணியிருக்கு, அதனால தான் இதுக்கு பேர் என்னது, dependent class. புரியுதா? Kavin bought a car, it has a meaning. Kavin ஒரு கார் வாங்கினா, which was too expensive, இதை ரீட் பண்ணி பாரு, there is no meaning, which was too expensive, it's not giving the, it depending. This independent class, this depending class is depends on the independent class. இந்த depending class இருக்குல்ல, இந்த subordinate class என்ன பண்ணுது, இந்த main class depend பண்ணியிருக்கு. main class என்னது, independent class. சரியா? To make a complete meaning, so it is depending on the main class, that's why it is called dependent class. But the independent class does not depends on anything, that is called independent class. புரியுதா? The dependent class is called subordinate class, independent class is called main class. Okay, now we understand what is class. The class is a group of words which have a complete meaning. It's of two types, one is dependent class, another one is independent class. Dependent class is otherwise known as subordinate class and the independent class is otherwise known as main class. I hope you understand what is dependent class, what is independent class. Independent class is also known as main class or the complete sentence. Independent class is also known as a main class as well as it is called a complete sentence. They stands along and express a complete thought. It stands along and it give a complete meaning. Okay, dependent class is also known as subordinate class, contain a subject and a predicate but does not express a complete thought. So depend class, it have a subject and predicate but it does not have a complete meaning, so it is called independent class, dependent class, and otherwise it is known as a subordinate class. Okay, there are three types of dependent class: adjective, adverb and noun. We will see what are the three types of dependent class. Adjective class, one is dependent class are of three types. One is adjective, another one is adverb, another one is noun. Okay, what is adjective? Adjective describes the noun. What is adverb? Adverb modifies the verb, how the action takes place, and noun, it is a naming word. Okay, let us see what is adjective class, adjective dependent class, and what is adverb dependent class, and what is noun dependent class. Though adjective class describes one or give more information about the noun. Okay, it gives more information about the noun. As I said, it describes the noun, it tells about the noun, what it, which kind, which one, which kind or how many. It describes about which one and it is what kind and how much it is. How many, sorry, how many. So it describes the noun. It describes the noun which one and what kind and how many. Okay, here is the example. The book that I left on the bus belonged to Mr. Bhaskar. So the book, it describes about the book, who belongs to whom? It belongs to Bhaskar. Okay, next, the adverb clause describes one or more information about the verb tells us. So it tells about the verb. Here it describes the noun. Here the adverb tells about the verb. So where, how, to what extent, or under what condition, under what condition something happened. Okay, so the adverb clause describes about the verb where, how, at what extent, under what condition something happened. So adverbs explain about all these things. Okay, next, noun. Noun clause takes place of the noun in the sentence. It takes place of the only noun. Okay, it takes place of the noun. Noun is a naming word. Okay, so the dependent class, first we had discussed about what is class. Class is a group of words which give a complete meaning. It has a subject as well as the predicate. Predicate means the verb and the object is there. When we read the class, it gives a complete meaning. Okay, the class of two types. One is dependent class, another one is independent class. Dependent class is otherwise known as subordinate class. When we read a group of words, it depends something to give a complete meaning. It won't give a complete meaning. The independent class, when we read the sentence, it have a complete meaning. It have a subject and the verb. Objects will be there. So dependent class are of three types. One is adjective, another one is adverb, another one is noun. So adjective describes the noun and it answers for, tells about which one, what kind and how many. Here adverb class, where, how, at what extent, under what condition something happened, all will explained by adverb class. Noun, it replaces the name of the noun, or it represents all the naming words. So I hope you understand what is class. Now we will go to the topic of the phrase. So first we had discussed about class. Now we are going to discuss about phrases. Okay. Phrase is also a group of words that also forms a meaningful unit, but it's not a complete sentence. In other words, it does not have a subject or the verb. It gives a meaning, but only it gives a partial meaning, not a complete meaning. Okay. In the corner, at the top, in the black hat, the brown, the blow away. This will not give a complete meaning. It don't have a subject and the predicate. It have a subject or it have a subject or the verb. It does not have a subject or the verb. Simply it will give some meaning, unit meaning, some unit of meaning will be there. There are several kinds of phrases in English language. Some of the common one are described below. Several phrases are there, but some common in English language they had described as. One is a noun phrase, verb phrase. It is noun phrase, verb as well as preposition. So noun phrase, verb phrase and prepositional phrase. Let us see what is noun phrase. Noun phrase is a group of words made up of noun and its modifier. The white car. How the car is white in color. So white car, noun phrase. White car. Blackboard. Okay, so it says about the car, the noun. Okay, next, the verb phrase. Verb phrase is a group of words made up of verb, helping verb or modifier. So group of words which consists of made up of verb or helping verbs or the modifier. So run quickly. Run quickly. To catch. Okay, next, dedicated to. So run quickly, how it describes about the action, verb is there. So run quickly to catch, it has a meaning, it does not have a complete meaning. Run quickly to catch the bus or train, anything if I fill there, then it will give a meaning. So it does not have the subject and verb, simply it gives some meaning. Unit of meaning will be there but not a complete meaning. Dedicated to, what is dedicated to what? Nothing is explained there. This is called phrase. This is verb phrase. Okay. Next. Prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is a group of words that begin with the preposition and help to explain the relationship between the two things. So it will begin with the preposition. Preposition, it shows the position of the noun. It begin with the preposition and it will help us to explain the relationship between the two things. On the boat, over the river, on the boat, over the tree, in the school, over the tree. See, it's begin with the preposition on, when, over. Okay, it begins with the preposition and it shows the relationship between the two noun. On the boat, what is on the boat? Something is on the boat. It is a phrase, it does not give a complete meaning. It gives a meaning, but it is why we are calling this as a prepositional phrase, because it begins with the preposition and it shows the relationship between the two noun. Okay, so I hope you had understand what is clause and what is phrase and what are the types of clause and what are the types of phrases, and we will do the book exercise which is given to you. Okay, identify the dependent clause or the phrase in the following sentence and underline them. Okay, first we will identify. In the first sentence, texting on his phone, the man swerved into the ditch. Okay, texting on his phone, that is a dependent clause. In first sentence, you have to underline this word, texting on his phone. Phone la message anupite, text panikite, that is texting on his phone. That is called dependent clause. Okay, you write it in the full way, dependent clause. Dependent clause. Okay. Next, it isn't necessary to camp all night if you have studied a little each day. Ore ratri ukkandu padikana avashyam illa, daily padicha. Appo which is a dependent clause? If you have studied a little each day. So in second sentence, what is the dependent clause? If you just underline, have studied a little each day. You just underline this. Okay, no need to write, already it is there, so you have to underline. This is a dependent clause. He climbed up the hill to enjoy the view. To enjoy the view is there. So which is the dependent clause is there? He climbed up the hill to enjoy the view. Next, I enjoyed painting during my holiday. So I enjoyed painting. Next, whether he attend a party or not, I have decided to go. So which is the dependent clause? You have to underline. I have decided to go. And the sixth one, I will stop playing the drum when you go to sleep. Which is the dependent clause is there? When you go to sleep. So you have to underline the word when you go to sleep. Okay. Just you have to underline. The first one is texting on his phone. The second one is if you had studied a little each day. He had climbed up the tree. I have enjoyed. Next, fifth one, I had decided to go when you go to sleep. Okay, these are the dependent clauses are there. Next, fill in the blanks they are given. Complete the following sentence using the appropriate prepositional phrase. We have to supply the proper prepositional phrases. I would like to order coffee dash tea. I would like to order coffee instead of so there they had given the prepositional instead of. So instead of, instead from, instead to. So instead of. The first one answer is B part, instead of. Instead of. Okay. The second one, dash the rain we went out in spite of. Here in spite of. In spite of means irundha bodhila. Instead of na adukku badalaga apna. In spite of. இருந்த போதிலும் மழை இருந்த போதிலும் என்ன பண்ணோம், நாங்கள் வெளியே போனோம். நெக்ஸ்ட், டேஷ் ஃபயர் பிரேக் த கிளாஸ் டு எஸ்கேப். இன் கேஸ் ஆஃப், இன் கேஸ் வித். ஸோ இன் கேஸ் ஆஃப், ஒருவேளை ஃபயர் நெருப்பு பிடிச்சுன்னா என்ன பண்ணு, கிளாஸை ஓட. இன் கேஸ் ஆஃப். ஓகே. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன், ஐ எம் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஹியர் டேஷ் மை ஃப்ரெண்ட் இன் பிஹாஃப் ஆஃப், ஆன் பிஹாஃப் ஆஃப், ஆன் பிஹாஃப், ஆன் பிஹாஃப் ஆஃப் மை ஃப்ரெண்ட். என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டுக்கு பதிலாக ஆன் பிஹாஃப் of my friend. In the fifth one, we solved the problem dash a new device developed by our engineer. By means of, by means to, by mean of. By mean of. Sixth one, dash we impressed with a performance. In general, on general, in generally. In general. General. So this is the thing you have to copy down in your book, page number 68. I hope you had understand what is now class and the phrase. The next class we will discuss about the non-finite verbs. Thank you, my dear students.